Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're on to the decider, or the second map. We're on to the second map. There we go.
Yeah.
As Titan were dismantled by Virtus.pro there on Mirage. What are they going to do differently here on Cash?
Cash is a map I know Titan is very, very comfortably with. They know they have a lot of strats since before, and there's not a lot of teams that have that on Cash, since it's not very used playing competitively.
They faced off earlier on in the FACEIT regular season on this game, on this map, and Titan won, but I think it was only 16-14, or it was a very close game. So it'll be interesting to see whether we have an equally close map, but we're going to get underway for the...
Snacks thought it was pistol.
Yeah. Oops.
As he saw all his mates running with knives.
That's a bit of an interesting move there. I don't think Titan are going to contest it too much, but nevertheless, it will be VP who should.
Snacks laughs at Scream for shooting at him.
And so VP win their first knife round of the day.
Taz is really happy.
So, Virtus.pro, they charged into the winner bracket final, but were easily dismantled by dignitas. So try to work out a good feel for them, because the dignitas game was, with the exception of Season, which is a bit of a wild card, but on the two more normal maps, was a bit of a stomp.
Yeah, and seems like it's going a lot better now. Titan is struggling against Virtus, but Virtus is kind of playing the same style they did against Dignitas, but Dignitas just were too defensive for Virtus.pro to get any picks or anything working at all for them. As we go into the pistol round, and we see actually 4 smokes from the Titan side, and a Molotov.
Let's put this in the... Let's put this simply, though, ladies and gentlemen. Titan must win this map, or they are out of the tournament and will finish in 3rd place. It'll be Season if we need a decider to this one.
And looking at the minimap, Virtus is stacking B, have 1 defensively A, so this should work very well for Titan.
So toss out the nades and make the move. It's going to be Thatcher who takes the brunt of that grenade. Bjarly will throw his own and do a lot of damage. You see Titan players have, I think that nade did damage to 3 out of the 5 players there. And so we'll trade frags as it's Neo and Existence both down for these two sides. And now Taz comes in to try and get himself some more. It's another grenade coming in from Snacks that finishes off the next. Virtus.pro with Taz have 2 and 3. Taz is on fire today, and he will finish off the job for Virtus.pro.
And I'm very surprised Titan didn't even get a bomb plant. They had a free access to the site, but...
Here's Taz in his all of his glory as he gets the final 2. We have 1 more before that as well, but, well, that was not what the doctor ordered on your home map.
No, and great start for Virtus. Taz continuing his great form this tournament, and Titan force board with C-Seds and Armor. As Virtus have been struggling with the anti-ecos.
Snacks pushing in, gets himself a famous frag onto Existence and then quickly retreats. That's what Virtus needed on this, and it might sound stating the obvious, but they need to kill and retreat and not give away any cheap frags, because they've done that far too much all day long. As, it'll be Taz who moves in, goes to finish off MBK, but can't. That CZ of MBK is going to be the man who gets it. MBK does go down in the end. Kenny S, the last man standing for Virtus, for Titan, with 21 points of health. He will collect a FAMAS and now go hunting the remaining 3 VB players, who all of whom have taken some damage, and this will be a bomb plant from Kenny S. No, quickly stopped, and that was very much the difference between a good eco round or an acceptable eco round and an inspiring one. 2 kills only, and Virtus.pro rack up a 2-round advantage.
Yeah, and it's better than losing 3 players, which they've done in the...
it's been their standard.
Yeah, and so they're working on it. They're working on it, and hopefully they can collect this next anti-eco round. As Titan only have 2 CZs and 3 Glocks.
Bjarly thought he was going to collect himself a frag there onto MBK, but as the bullets came running back, he decided he had to get out of harm's way.
And Titan taking it very passively. Just kind of grinding out Virtus.pro's nades, which is a good plan.
And it'll be Taz finally picking off MBK. Titan now will chase down Pasha and his FAMAS, but he'll get himself the next frag onto Kenny S, and there's not much left as the 3 Titan players have been picked off, and the we kind of overanalyze these eco rounds simply because VP have made such a meal of them in the teams in this tournament. And that one of the few 5-man ending pistol rounds or eco rounds.
I think that's the only one, actually. But so that's great work from Virtus. They picked that up and finally saw that out on Cash at least. Now the buy round comes in from Titan, and let's see what they do. They have 5 smokes, a couple flashes.
MBK does love that SG.
Yes, that's something we've seen from him all tournament long, and it's very, very unusual for a player to pick up that gun.
And Scream with the headshot, that's less unusual as Taz gets dropped. And it'll be a man advantage here as MBK, as he was boosted up to try and get those shots. He lost 50 points of health, but look at that, still full of nades, and a bundle of joy could the Titan team be this round as they edge their way over towards... Well, they're still going to sit in mid for the time being, but it looks like they'll end up in the A site.
MBK already ready with the set smoke and just waiting for the call. But Titan is kind of reading this. They're rotating 3 towards A.
And here comes the action. That Molotov will keep the VP players at the back, but it'll be Bjarly who comes through, waiting for someone to come through the door. Scream gets himself a headshot onto Neo. Bjarly connects with his first, second, third. Is there a fourth? Oh, Bjarly's got a hat-trick though, and it leaves Snacks 1 on 2. It was asking an awful lot of him, but he may well be able to have helped Snacks out, who doesn't want to show with only 30 points of health and hasn't seen anything to help him at this moment in time. And only if he were right out in the open, the position he's in now, could he have stopped that plant. And you wonder whether it's good advice for him to go for it, but he's going to anyway. Having already used a lot of time, and in the end just ran straight into the end of Kenny S.
He could probably have saved that. 30 health and an AWP in his hand. The AWP is really valuable, especially on the B side on this map, where you can kind of get that first peek before the terrorist can push you. So I've seen Neo have an AWP on B an awful lot on this map before, and Titan picking up the round. Still pretty strapped for cash, only surviving 2 members, but so is Virtus.
Pasha is the one looking for frags. It'll be nades tossed out, and Virtus.pro will just sit and wait. You've got 2 on A for VP. The bomb still in mid, uncommitted either way. Pasha hasn't seen much action, as he'll now see something coming through the smoke. He just fires up into that position where he knows that someone like MBK will always be, as he has been many times before in this game. Now trying to make their way up and towards the vent. Pasha connects with the first. Neo helps himself to the second, and Taz will get the next as Virtus.pro connect with 4 unanswered frags here. And what looked like a nice, slow, patient build-up from Titan has suddenly been reduced to a very mediocre 1-kill-only round.
This is really important for Virtus.pro to get that cash rolling, mounting up, and they can buy it if they lose the next round. But this is interesting. Titan on an eco.
Titan on an eco. Remember, this is Titan's map. VP have looked very, very hot on it.
Yes, they have, and
And though it's an underplayed map, it's a very popular map in the community.
It is. I think it's a very well-made map, and I would like it to be more in more tournaments and more competitive play. But there's not a lot of people except Virtus.pro who like Season. So
Taz gets himself the frag onto Smith and will go for it as it'll be Taz to help himself to that second. And with the exception of Scream's return, there should be a finishing of the job here. Scream does get himself one more, and that'll be that. So the reason, I guess, for the lack of cash in tournaments is because you'd have to go to a 7-map pool. Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be taking out one of the firm favorites in place of it, and that would just be too risky a decision.
Yeah, so what the professional players are actually waiting for is that 7th map that everyone likes and everyone wants in the pool. And for now, Season just isn't that. And everyone is hoping for Tuscan to be that map, but it's taking quite a long time to make it, so you don't know yet.
Neo gets himself a kill onto Kenny S as Virtus.pro will help themselves one more. Neo's got more action coming his way. It's MBK, and MBK will in the end get himself that kill, but there's Pasha as he goes to work. MBK down. Can Pasha finish off the job onto Smith? You bet he can. And Existence 1-on-4, and this is a fantastic start for Virtus.pro here on Cash.
Yeah,
right.
And this map is actually like pretty balanced. So getting already 6 rounds on the board for Virtus is a huge deal, and Titan must be worried right now because they haven't really made anything work.
Why is Season not the 7th map? What do you dislike about Season? Is it because you haven't been forced to play it enough, or is it because it's just in your experience with it, it just doesn't inspire you?
Well, I'm scarred by it already, but most of it is like nobody plays it on matchmaking, for example. Nobody is really recognizing the map or like forced to play it, like you say. Nobody practices it, and it's kind of just there, and nobody wants to go into a very important match playing a map you've never ever practiced. So Cash has been forced into tournaments, and everyone loves Cash. It's on matchmaking, players play it, and they like it.
Is the solution to force pick maps for certain rounds in tournaments before going to a veto system?
No, it's more about implementing at SIG from MBK.
Let's not talk through MBK's double there with his favored weapon of choice, the SG, as he has dispatched of Stacks and Taz, and damage done to Smith by Pasha, but in the end he's downed, and it'll be a 2-on-3 as MBK looks to clear the way for the push over towards that vents and the B site beyond. Reinforcements will be made over there as well as Bialy makes his way now down towards this area. Shoots up towards those vents, but is not going to get there. It's Existence. He'll claim that one, and now it's Neo on B with the AWP. And having not seen Neo in this round, they'll assume he's down there and probably dart over towards A, where he is now about to come through. Are they going to call that bluff, though? I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
I think they heard him rotating to A and just decided to go B through vents instead.
The clock working against Neo as well if he wanted to get round there. Just 9 seconds left. And they will only just start that bomb plant.
Bomb has been planted.
They have a good amount of time to chase if they want to find Neo, but
they don't want it to be expensive, though.
no. I think they will probably decide to save these 3 guns and let Neo have that. But Titan don't want to lose weapons as they have almost no cash. It's really good from Neo to get that frag.
And they leave just MBK, who did have 2 kills this round. And Scream alive. And MBK, he won't give up that SG without a fight.
And to get back what we were saying about Season, I think it's more about not every tournament having Season in cash. And it's like, why practice the map if only half the tournaments have it? Then we'll just veto it, and that's kind of the reasoning behind it. And I think every tournament organizers need to get together and decide the map pool, and just consult with all the pro players as well.
Does VP having... we'll come back to this point afterwards as this is a full buy on both sides as the boost will come in, and Pasha will be again trying to go through that decision. Does he try and stop that boost, or does he retreat and we'll switch over to Bjarli now, who's going to spy one through the smoke and get him. It's MBK downed.
This is an interesting position. Neo is a lone B, but at the same time, they can't let mid go, because if Neo is backstabbed from vents, they could take B pretty easily. So you have to find out if they can go vent here, which is Scumbite Pass on that mission.
Snacks will push in as he is flashed. Ready to make something happen here. He's got two players coming towards him now. Here we go. Smiths and Kenny S both take frags. It's all on Bjarli. He gets the second as well. Great work from him. That will somewhat stop the rock. Can Neo and that AWP stop a bomb plant? Pasha's the man who's going to come from behind and try and stop the planter. And it doesn't, but gets the kill regardless. And there's no health left on Smiths. And Pasha takes the second frag of the round for him and smoothly gets the defuse. That will be 7-2 Titans. 7-2 Virtus.pro.
Yeah, and because of that frag that Neo got in the last round on that AK, seems like Titan is kind of forced to go for an eco instead of buying this round.
They will
force buy though, with an AWP, 3 pistols and 1 AK. This is risky from Titan, but Kenny's gotta make this work for them now.
Let's switch over to the big man himself. He's smoked down to that first position. We'll jump around to where Existence is. And you can see nowhere to shoot at the moment. We'll toss the bomb into the loving backpack of Scream.
And they're basically just looking for Kenny S to actually get that frag so they can go somewhere. And Virtus.pro isn't really giving him that option. And
Kenny S may give the all clear for the door to be opened, which will suddenly alert VP that there's people coming as well. He can't see anything. He's opening up his range a little bit more now. Is assuming that that area is clean. Spies nothing. We'll have seen that nade be tossed. Probably.
Hopefully. And
they'll think there's just one man in the site.
Titan have very, very little time to push this site.
And it'll be Bjarli, the man they didn't see, who gets the frag onto Kenny S. Pasha comes up now and gets the second. Will he follow up with more? No, Existence stops that one from happening. And Snacks in on Smiths, but it's a 2-on-2. An AWP aside as Scream puts that bomb down. And Neo with his AWP dispatches of Existence. 2-on-1! And Neo does it all on his lonesome with a pistol headshot.
Now Titan is in a really bad position. They got the bomb plant, so they have a little bit extra money, but it's not enough to buy. Are they going for that 2-rifle force buy again, or?
Well, we've got 5 rounds left in this one. They are going to put together a hodgepodge of a CZ, 2 Galils and an AK, and 5 nades between them. Would you have saved that round?
I probably would have saved the round before that to actually get all the nades in a full buy.
Because this one hasn't started well. Bjarli and Bjarli got both frags there. MBK and Existence down, followed by Smiths. Taz has that, and now Virtus.pro are homing in on what should be round number 9 as they go 4-on-2. As Titan with Scream went looking for love and didn't get it. And Virtus.pro bite back. Remember, VP having 1 Mirage are starting to sweep Titan aside.
Yeah, and like the rounds Titan have gotten have been kind of close, but they've always few nades. They've gotten into these 2-on-2 situations, but it just hasn't been enough. They haven't been able to block off the retakes, and Virtus kind of just all back in. And
now remember, ladies and gentlemen, after this game, whether we finish here on Cash or on Season next, there'll be a special announcement
It's pretty interesting.
Oh, say can you see what that announcement might be?
Maybe you can pull a rabbit out of a hat, or
Maybe.
that's pretty special.
Yeah. It'll be Bjarly to get himself a kill onto Kenny S, and they'll finish off the job there. 10-2 Virtus.pro. If you could jump on Titans TeamSpeak, what would you be telling them?
I might want to go for smoking off mid early, kind of take control, see where the rotations from Virtus, because they kind of let me go until the smokes dissipates, and then they kind of try to retake it, and kind of make a push when they do make that retake, kind of time it with that, and get a clean entry into the site. But it's very hard to get that. Kind of let Scream up on the boost again. He's been very successful on that boost, peeking mid, so it seems like they're so undecided, and Virtus kind of, once Titan make the move, they just mass rotate, and they have people from behind, they anti-flash, they make Titan's push kind of disappear. But this is interesting actually, they have 3 Molotovs on Titan's side, so they have a plan with this.
Let's see what that plan is. As they begin to execute as the nades come in, and MBK and his lovely SG spy the first man and connect with the first man. Taz down, the push is on, Existence moves in towards the site, waiting for someone to come visible, and it'll be Bjarly they see first. They get the kill, they're running out of poles to find now. Here's Kenny S against Pasha. Pasha wins out, but Scream avenges. Bomb planted, and Snacks is in on Scream. It's the grenade that's done the damage, and we're 2-on-3 after plant. Snacks waiting to see. It's MBK and his SG that line up another hit onto Neo, and that leaves just Snacks 1-on-3. They're going to come out marching here, as MBK will be the first one he sees, but it'll be the frag on top as Snacks gets that one. Can he deliver the 1 versus 3? The bomb ticks louder and louder. He tries to bait out the other man. He does deliver. Can you believe it? Snacks saying, I know you want a way back into this game, but I'm just not going to give it to you. As Virtus.pro deliver the same level of class that won them the EMS1 Katowice. Here is Snacks once again. There's the first. It goes back over towards the bomb site. In fact, that was the second of his kills. Baits out with the bomb plant, and then Smiths just walked right between the crosshair.
Yeah, and they gotta be really, really mad about that round. They had it in the bag. If everyone just hides, they win the round. Snacks has no time to go looking for 3 people hiding in the site.
And Kenny S deciding to take matters into his own hands. At 11-2 down, he picks up an AWP and does what pretty much only Kenny S can do. MBK will help him out with that SG that I think the last time I saw MBK use it was on Cash against Virtus.pro.
Seems very good with it.
And,
it's already done like 190 damage this round.
2-on-4. This time, Titan must see this one through. Bomb down on B for the first time.
Yeah.
As Existence gets the kill on Bjarly, and in the end, this will be a closer going into what will be the last round of the half. But Virtus.pro will be licking their lips at this moment in time.
I do wonder if actually Kenny S like kind of gone mad.
You mad, bro?
No, if he gone mad and like, this is easy, like, let me show you, like, screw this plan, I'll do this. Gets 2 entry on the B side, and it's like, oh.
Well, he's going to have to go up against a double AWP this time with Snacks and Neo.
Yeah, but it's interesting, doesn't Snacks and Neo hold B?
It's been Neo 100% of the time, and Snacks kind of 50% of the time. MBK! The natural born killer goes looking for number 3, and he will deliver. MBK's on fire here as he and his trusty SG go to work. And will open up that B site, and it is Neo and Bjarly against 5. It's Bjarly against 5.
And that was insane by MBK. Showing what work this gun can really do.
You going to try using the SG a bit more now?
I might be. Might death match a bit. Try to get on MBK's level.
Here it is. MBK just like a whack-a-mole popping that first one up and jumps up. He looks for the man in the smoke. Can't see anything. Returns around the corner. Oh, there's another headshot for me. And as long as you control the recoil, then basically as long as you hit a headshot with your first or second bullet, you're going to be fine with that weapon.
Yeah, no problem.
And it'll be 11-4 at half-time. And Virtus.pro, regardless of losing the last 2 rounds, won't really care. They will feel like this is absolutely their match to lose.
Yeah. Seeing how Virtus usually is very, very solid on the T side on almost every map, this is a real uphill battle for Titan. If they don't pick this pistol up, it's pretty much game over.
Remember, coming up straight after this game will be a very special announcement from the FACEIT team, so don't go anywhere. And also, if you register on FACEIT.com today, you'll be entered into a prize draw to win some Logitech goodies. And it's a pistol round, a go-go for Titan. They must deliver here, or their tournament is coming to an end. They have got the first 2 kills. They have got the first 3 kills. Bialy, the only one offering some resistance. He'll want to get this bomb down at all costs because this round is slipping away from them. And he does exactly that. 2 on 4 after plant. A lot of nades come in. Bialy's still standing, though. And he's ready to sing the Elton John song as he goes forward. Bialy gets the first. Smiths goes down. And Bialy and Taz combine to get the third. And Elton John singing, I'm still standing longer, louder and louder. It's 1 versus 1. MBK and Taz. Ow! Taz, can you believe it? He has done that all day long. And the man is on fire.
Yeah, I mean, a 2 on 4 after plant, and MBK got a really good position in truck, where they kind of had only the positions of the site area. So Titan knew exactly where they were, but Taz and, who was it, Bialy?
Yeah.
Wow, they just made that work. They always win the uphill battles.
They don't do easy.
No.
And that would set them up for a final where they're going to have to win from the loser bracket. So again, they
perfect conditions for Virtus.pro.
Exactly how they like it. We could be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. As VP will go looking for the last man that is existence. And, they will eventually get the kill. Although they were down to not 100 health between the remaining 3 men. 13-4 the score. Virtus.pro homing in on victory. 3 needed now. And Titan are looking like being the second French side going home with $2,500, as LDLC did in 4th place. But for an online tournament, $2,500 is not too shabby.
As Ethan would say, coffee money.
Coffee money, yes. Speaking of Hiko, I wonder when we might next see him in action. Pasha gets himself 1, 2, 3. And Virtus.pro, for once, making light work of a opposition eco round.
And yeah, they've been really good on the anti-eco so far, Virtus. Not so well against Dignitas, but this time around, they've talked it through and it seems a lot more stable.
So only MBK left. And he's down. 14-4 the score. 2 rounds to go. And assuming Virtus.pro will pick up this win, they'll have an hour break before the grand final. What would you do in that time? Would you go over demos, or would you just ask everyone to chill out and you know, go grab dinner and relax a little bit?
I guess it's more of a personal thing. Like obviously they need to find what worked for them in that match and what didn't work, and try to sort it out. But
what did you do before the grand final against NIP at DreamHack Winter?
We won.
What did you do before it?
Well, I'd said we win. Everyone believed it. We just took a snack. We already won the tournament now, but I mean, we really believed we would win. We checked some setups, a few demos, but in general, just talking about how we want to play and have fun, and you know, don't stress out too much. Just keep it calm. We're down the dogs. We have nothing to lose. and let's just win this.
Well, you could almost call Neo double hits. Smiths and Existence both go down, and this was a round that should have been Titans, but suddenly have got a small window of opportunity for Virtus.pro. Snacks and Neo to go. 2 on 3. MBK right behind Snacks. And they'll try and smoke out their opponent. Hit from Neo. That's a hat-trick. Screen goes down. Neo doesn't necessarily know that Kenny's there. And now he'll get himself the 4th frag. Can you believe it? There's a bomb planted as well. MBK is going to get picked off by Neo's ace. And that was a round that they had absolutely no right to win. And Neo's AWP was just out of this world.
Yeah, that was insane. He just kept on picking them one by one. And once again in that kind of uphill battle, 2 versus 4. Just pick it up with Neo's...
it was 2 versus 5.
Was it 2 versus 5 even?
I think so.
And it's even more impressive. Neo picking up 5 at the B side.
But that just about sums this one up. Taz, 2 more frags, and, well, we will remember the Titans, but they won't be as successful as they were with Denzel Washington at the helm, because Virtus.pro are now 1 frag away from glory. It's Smiths, and will it be Neo to finish off the job? It won't, it'll be Snacks, but 16-4 the score. Virtus.pro dominating Titan on first Mirage, and then Cash, and no need for their favorite map that is Season.
No, I mean, Virtus.pro dominated throughout that map, and that was Titan's choice, was it? And yeah, I mean, Virtus, they like those weird, funky maps that nobody plays. Or Cash is played very, very well in the community, but really well played. They had the money, and they kind of screwed Titan over with the money all the time and kept control, and their anti-ecos was a lot better this match.
We're going to throw it over to Dan and James for their analysis and the big reveal of the special announcement. I wonder what on earth they're going to offer you to keep you entertained for the next hour.
Well, thanks very much, Stuart. So this was a very interesting match. I think Titan, for me, their strength on this map really lies on their CT side. So, I don't think they were even able to play their CT side, you know, getting the terrace half first and really struggling under Virtus.pro. I feel like mid wasn't capitalized on nearly enough. Usually on Cash, the way things work is you have, of course, mid is the kind of base operations. Both teams want mid. And usually for the Ts, it can actually be a bit easier to get because you can toss smokes all the way over. You can block the AWPer. That's the first big deal. Get the AWPer blocked with this nice smoke. There's, you know, if a player runs down to sandbags, you can smoke that. Usually then it's only a threat at this little box above the CT main areas. And this allows players to pop up safely, you know, look for the shots down to the sandbag, slowly progress up mid, and then you force the CTs out. This then, and this is a phrase that Devil kept using when we were speaking to him off camera, that the threat is bigger than the execution. Then what happens is that the players from Virtus are kind of stuck in B. They can't really get the info whether or not you are going through vents for a B split. They can't really get the info whether you're going to hit like a very hard A split. And this is really this typical dynamic we see on Cash. However, Titan were playing a very defensive Cash on their T side. They only had these smokes which cut mid like this, and Virtus.pro, we all know that they love to get a bit aggressive. They love to get their hands dirty. They were definitely pushing, you know, a couple players into the smoke sometimes, quite often, to really, you know, throw a spanner in the works and figure out exactly what Titan were doing very often. So I feel like, for me, not enough pressure on mid for Titan, and that's really what, you know, kind of killed them and gave Virtus an easier time than perhaps it should have been.
Yeah, I think if you look at the kind of vision from the T side into B as well, and Neo's the main guy on B for Virtus.pro, and he has a reasonable amount of time to give his team the heads up on when there's a B push. That said, there weren't really that many B pushes, and if you think about how there were a few times where Titan got those smokes out into mid, and you know, it's like, I think if you want Kenius to get a pick, and you want to move on that pick pretty quickly, and I think they got a pick on B once, But the thing is, like, as soon as they make that adjustment, Virtus.pro put 2 AWPs on the next round. They had Neo with an AWP on B, and they had Pasha with an AWP elsewhere as well. So they're making an adjustment, but you need to give them more opportunities to make those adjustments rather than kind of be, you know, more one-dimensional. You need to make them think, okay, maybe we need to put an AWP here, maybe we need to have less people mid and more people B, etc. They have to, again, you know, it's the threat and the execution factor. So I don't think there was enough of that. There was too much of a focus, I believe, on A, especially with the lack of taking of mid as well.
Yeah, I mean, B is a really hard site to retake sometimes. There's not a lot of... I mean, you've got to come through... I mean, it's easy to smoke this area off CT spawn. It's easy to smoke off the upper area. Then you just got to worry about the flanks and controlling event room. I mean, usually that's... I think that's the most common and well-used strategy is the mid take through to vents, the B split. And we didn't see enough... I think that was the real factor for me. Not enough mids. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, the pistol round, when Virtus.pro were on the T side, they got the bomb plant on A, and it was 4v2. Titan had 4 players versus 2 Virtus.pro players, both of which were on the site. One was in that corner where the bomb was planted. The other guy was the far corner. We had 3 Titan players coming from kind of car mid area, and we had one guy who was on forklift watching the right-hand side, and they lost the 4v2. It was, you know, at that point, Virtus.pro had 12 rounds, and Titan were in a very good position to win that round, get a good economic thing going on, you know, and get it to 12-7. And then if they can win that bye round, then the game's on. But they lost a 4v2, and they didn't win a round after that. It went from 12-4 to 16-4 for Virtus.pro. So I think, you know, that's got to be a demoralizing round for them. And you know, once you've lost that, you're basically looking at 15-4 and the game's over. You're not gonna get 12 rounds in a row against Virtus.pro and then you've got match point. It's just almost never going to happen. So that you know, it's one critical round that has kind of defined the remainder of the match, and now because of that they're out of the tournament. Yeah,
I didn't want to bring that one up, but it was quite a painful round. It was just a disgusting round to witness.
I had some man tears going on down here. I wanted to see a match, but that was hard to watch. It really was.
Yeah, that was, oh god, that round. It's going to haunt Titan for quite some time. But guys, we'll go to a quick break. Of course, we have a special announcement coming up right after the break, and we have more awesome Counter-Strike action. So stay tuned to FACEIT TV. We'll be